broadcast.
We're live. Kidding me? What is going on?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
We are back here a couple minutes late because apparently every single thing on our computers needed updates. But we're here, and that's all that matters. How are you guys doing out there today? Can you hear us okay? Is everything all right since everything just updated? Let us know.
Hopefully we're cool across the board.
Yeah, we got a couple things to talk about. Obviously, the market is still holding sideways, but some of these smaller altcoins are starting to show some life. Also, Coinbase had a couple news stories today. And is Canada the place that we really should be going if we're holders of some cryptos? We'll see you after this intro.
With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
There we are. They seem to say everything is back up and running, even though we had some issues. We had to redo everything, essentially. But that's good to know. I guess we'll jump right into this. Come over here to the coin market cap. We are sitting at $257 billion. Relatively sideways for everything. Bitcoin actually slightly in the green at $6,815. Ethereum still struggling a little bit at $382. Ripple negative at 49 cents. Litecoin had a little bit of good news come out with a couple of their things, so that's good to see. They're at $118. I think they hit about 120 today at one point. And EOS showing strength at $6.36, up 12% for the day, guys. We've been talking about EOS with all these exchanges supporting the swap from the ERC20 token to their proprietary blockchain token. Everybody's starting to believe in it now that they're actually going to have a project. Let's see what was up the most for the day. Tron had another pump. Justin Sun is on it again. He's a marketing genius, constantly pushing something. I think they got added to BitThumb and another South Korean exchange today. So that's where you're seeing all the volume coming in, and that's why you had the price spike. Ontology, the free airdrop from Neo that we all should have bought more of, is added again, up another 20%. I think this thing airdropped around $1. You'd almost be double your money during the bear market if I would have just actually bought this and not just taken the free airdrop coins for having Neo. EOS number 3 already talked about. Augur right up there. That's a predictive project, kind of like CND in a way, using the masses to kind of predict price action for these coins. And then OMG, Anthony's favorite over here, is probably looking pretty happy because it's up 8% for the day. So we'll get started. We'll shoot it over to Todd for some charts, and then I'll go over some of these articles, and we'll talk about how Coinbase kind of got all of our hopes up. Pretty disappointing. That's all I got to say.
Okay, guys. I see a few, obviously, comments about Matt again. All it is Matt had different objectives moving forward again, and Nick and I just aren't on that. I mean, we're really trying to stay, with some news, some charts, some fundamentals, trying to make some money. Maybe not as much entertainment, just, more hardcore facts and trying to, get our bags full over here. So that's really all that's really going on. But no, Matt won't be here. We're at Learn Crypto. He's over at Crypto News. No love lost. So Bitcoin, we got the 4-hour. There's nothing to discuss since last night. I mean, basically, we're sideways. Bitcoin 67, 65. If we go in to a 15-minute chart, you can see we've done nothing. So the 2 is still here where it was. I mean, we're obviously at make or break levels. We're going to fall through that 6,500, which my guess would be even now that we probably could go down and tag through that to a 6,450 or 6,400 before we turn up. That would change the labelings. I'm not on the short-term chart. I'm not sure it would change anything on the go out to the 4-hour chart. So it won't really change as much there. So and then we've got the Litecoin at 118.80. Same thing. I've made no changes there. That pattern still could be okay. Neo 47.06. Again, there's probably the only thing to talk about. OMG firmed up a little bit here recently, and Vertcoin firmed up.
Yeah, Vertcoin saw like a good 20% spike.
Right.
They did a podcast last night talking about their lit box, which they actually talked about when we did the interview with James Lovejoy, the lead developer for them, and also talked about some of the other future perspectives they have with Vertcoin and the Lightning Network. The marketing agent over there, Kanan, actually reached out to me, and he said he actually wants to come on here and do another interview himself talking about what they were talking about on the podcast and why he thinks so many people in the market were so excited for it. So hopefully we can set up a date for that. James Lovejoy, the lead developer, said he is currently too busy working on these projects to come on again, but Kanan will be on here. So there you go.
Cool. Then we're going to show XVG USD. That one, that's the 4 hours, so nothing really to report there. And then we had the excitement earlier in ZRX, ran it up to 70. Go back to the 5-minute, quick run to 70, and then quickly back off that to 55. And then now sideways for an hour or so. So I don't know what to think. I think I still like ZRX for a smaller coin moving forward here. So
I think that that big price jump right there was because Coinbase came out and said they were going to have an announcement in a few minutes.
And that wasn't the right one.
A lot of people figured they were going to be adding a coin to their platform. That's not what they did at all. We can talk about that real quick if you guys want. We'll just wait here in a second, let Todd finish up the charts, and we'll take a look at the Twitter.
Yeah, because it was sitting around 56 after kind of that news, and it had that 56 to 70 kind of quickly on its own, and some volume came in. So I did buy a little bit on a pullback after that, thinking that that was a pretty good volume signal, but really it didn't work out very well. So still nothing going on. And then really, did you buy USD? Let's go over a few more of these. That's the 5-minute. Let's go back out. 2 hour. Nothing there. Decred USD 43.84. Again, there's not much really to report here, so.
Yeah, we're kind of continuing sideways. I sent out a tweet about that as well. We're kind of just in the sideways zone right now. We got a couple of these altcoins perking up. Zen Cash is one of those. So what happened with Zen Cash, guys, I was telling you guys to watch my interview with their founder over there, their co-founder. They actually officially released the news of the secure nodes and the Zen grid, and that's subsequently what happened right there, guys. It looked like on the shorter time frames, there was a lot of volume coming in on any signs of weakness, so it really looked like somebody was trying to accumulate in order to have a couple of those secure nodes once those go live on the network.
I mean, that chart short term looks okay, so. But that's all. You can go ahead and do your thing. Bitcoin 6,800. Nothing to talk about.
Cool. We'll go over here real quick. I do have a poll up. I asked which crypto sector will perform the best in 2018. It's a really tight poll, so if you guys want to come over here to my Twitter and give a vote and maybe hit that follow button too, that'd be pretty cool. I have public currencies such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold. I got privacy coins such as XMR, Zcash, Zen Cash, Verge would fall in there as well. Protocol tokens would be like Ethereum, Neo, EOS, etc. And then utility tokens, that'd be ERC20 tokens or any of the tokens built on the Neo platform, etc. as well. So if you guys think you know what is going to be going good here in 2018, go over here and let me know. I've kind of been all about the protocol tokens and privacy coins myself. So we'll see what happens and we'll see what the group thinks about it. As far as the Coinbase news, the first thing they put out is Coinbase said, hey, we're adding support for Bitcoin forks to Coinbase. That's it, guys. They said they had big news. That's it. So, I mean, that could be good for the future. That means they might be adding one of the Bitcoin forks, such as Bitcoin Gold or Bitcoin Private, to their system. Also, it just means that for future forks that anybody holding Bitcoin over there will actually earn their coins, which is probably just trying to make more of their clients happy. So, we're not moving it over to Bittrex or Binance. I wrote, this is just going to promote more dilution with poop emoji forks. But hey, look on the bright side, maybe BTCP will pump or be added. I know some people did in this community did hold the Z Classic for the Bitcoin Private. We'll see what happens with that, but it was kind of disappointing. They also came out and said, hey, we got another thing to announce. They finally came on and announced it. All they said is that they were going to do a venture fund. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. They're going to support some of these coins and blockchain, blah, blah, blah. No, so they said that they're going to take some of their investment money and invest it in blockchain-based companies, but it can't be any company that has their own personal coin. So it couldn't be Ripple because Ripple has XRP. It couldn't be the Brave browser because they have the BAT token. Essentially, they said that it would look really bad if they supported a business that had a coin and then at a later date added the coin, which it would. But I just don't think that's really good, exciting public news because all that means is, hey, we have a lot of money. We're going to invest in some of these companies and make a lot of money. And all you average Joes and clients are not gaining anything from it. That's about it. It was pretty disappointing from Coinbase today. Everybody was getting excited. Obviously, that's why we saw the huge price run in 0x and some of these other ERC20 tokens. And we'll just keep holding on. Maybe one day they'll actually add a fifth coin over there.
I guess Tony's thinking Dash.
Yeah, a lot of people that I've been talking to are thinking Dash could be a possibility. My only downside to Dash is there is some capability of privacy features. And I know with them trying to, follow all regulatory guidelines to be a custodian, any coin that has privacy, I think, is automatically out. And ones that have privacy features are kind of in that gray area. So that's the only thing that is holding me back from Dash. But we'll see. We kind of went through some of them. Some of the ERC20 tokens are moving to their own blockchain, so those definitely can't be added, such as ICX, EOS, Tron, etc. But, people are saying Walton Chain, maybe OMG, 0x, maybe a Dash. So we'll see what happens. Nobody really knows. It's all speculation, and you're just trying to make an educated guess. And really, you shouldn't be investing in these hoping they get on Coinbase. That should just be a bonus factor if they're fundamentally sound and they get added.
Right. I'd agree with that.
So, Canadians can now buy Bitcoin with a credit card from an app. Mogo, a Vancouver-based fintech company, also claims to be the very first in the country to bring an accessible solution for buying and selling Bitcoin right at the fingertips of its users. I see a competitor for Coinbase here in the future, guys. We'll see. Mogo's move does fall in line with the overall regulatory tone in the country. Last month, we saw the Canadian government giving the green light to the very first blockchain ETF. And in January, the country passed on imposing any serious tax changes for Bitcoin. What is more, we saw the Canadian government announcing its blockchain-based traveler ID scheme known as Known Traveler Digital Identity, and despite the lack of definitive stance on behalf of the legislative bodies in the country, it is moves like these that shape up seemingly friendly crypto setting. So this is very bullish, guys. I mean, not even just for the Mogo thing, but just the fact that Canada and another country is really coming out and saying, hey, instead of fighting this thing, we're just going to go with it. And, some of the banking systems might struggle, but if we support this and cryptos do take over, at least we're going to be positioned to be one of the leading countries with blockchain development and cryptocurrencies. I think it's also really good that they're not doing any serious tax changes. I don't know if you guys know anybody in Canada, but if they can hold on to some of my Bitcoin for me during tax season, that'd be pretty nice. I'm just joking, by the way. Don't retweet that. But also, I kind of makes me want to know a little bit more about some of these other Canadian-based coins, because I know that Canada will be supporting those. Obviously, we've talked about UBIC over here a lot. UBIC is actually a protocol token that is based in Canada and is actually a snapshot of Ethereum, so this might be one to look at. Also, and then short term, UBIC is actually having an airdrop over the series of the next 4 quarters. For every 1 UBIC you hold, you actually get 12 Escher tokens for this quarter, and then an undetermined amount for the next 3 quarters. So definitely something to look into. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that on tomorrow's show. And then I guess I had one more article I'll talk about real quick for you guys. Weiss ratings is at it again. So before we saw that they had ratings for the top cryptocurrencies and they gave Bitcoin a C+ rating. That's pretty pathetic. Now they're saying they have found the 12 worst cryptocurrencies to avoid according to the Weiss ratings.
Nice.
Let's see what happens. So here, the Weiss rating scale is from A to E, which take into account each coin's investor risk and reward, plus technology and adoption fundamentals, where D is considered weak and E is very weak. The plus and minus signs indicate the upper and lower third of each grade range, respectively. Great, I hope we all went to grade school and know what a plus and a minus is on a grade. And here they are. The lowest grades according to the agency with a cryptocurrency rating of D- or lower include the following 12. Aurora Coin, Comet, Electronium, Expanse, Golden, Matchpool, Megacoin, Novacoin, Potcoin, Quark, Rise, and Solace. Now, there is a couple coins here, including Electronium, Expanse, Quark, and Rise, that really have big communities and big followings. I don't know if you guys in this community talk about it as much, but I see it over on Twitter a lot. So if you disagree with these, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know your opinion. We have talked about Electronium, where I did have some worries that their development team might not be up to par. They are targeting the mass adoption, but they're struggling to produce an application and really to have an efficient mining system on the mobile device. Now, that is in play now, but still the profitability is super low. They have it rated an E+, guys. I don't know, but this is one that has a huge community. Everybody talks about. People wanted me to do a review on it, and now it's showing up here. So, like I said, you guys let me know whether Weiss is irrelevant in the crypto space like they were, like I felt like they were on the original ratings, or whether they have some merit here with these 12 worst coins. Guess we'll throw it back to Todd. If you guys have any coins you would like Todd to look at on the charts, I'm going to make him sit here and dig into some of these things, whether or not he wants to.
I've got a few here already. We've got ONT, a few people were talking about a little bit ago. That's the 2 hour. So a nice triangle pattern and then further gains. Perfect triangle pattern. And then we've got EOS. Let's go to EOS. USD 632. That's a 2 hour. This chart did look like 5 waves up and then ABC back down. So, because I know some Elliott wave guys was on that. That looked like I'm just going to throw that on here. I know people are interested in Elliott wave until we get our software finalized. I got a conference call, I'm sure, tomorrow with Vladimir. They're going to tell me the technical difficulties they're still having on some of bar charts API feed. So there's EOS, 5 waves up, and then an ABCX, ABC. So, and then you see some volume coming in here off the low. So might be a 1-2-1-2 starting here, so EOS could rock and roll from here, possibly. And then we've got, hold on here, TRX BTC. That had a quick move earlier today and gave up, about 40% of the gains. Still not too bad, rally off the low. And then we've got UBQ, had the big spike. Again, that's a 2 hour. Go into the 5 minute. 5 minutes up and 15 minutes, 20 minutes right back down, looks like. Go back to the 2 hour, and then let's go to XLM USD. That's the 2 hour. Let's go out and look at the 4 hour maybe. Get back to previous trading range over here on the left. So again, as a lot of these charts, just back to previous support before we had the runoff into December, early January.
Noel said, do you think that the sudden rise in UBIC was related to the Canadian article? I don't know, because the Canadian article was from like 2 days ago, so I doubt it. I think somebody might have, I don't know, you can't fat finger an upwards move, so I have no idea, guys. I haven't seen any real news for UBIC. The airdrop has been present for a while now, so who knows? It came right back down, though.
There's the OMG. Got a few people on here talking about that. I mean, it's down as we had on the pink line there, basically a support area. So it'd be an easy area to rally off of. So that's all I saw come across the screen. Let's do a few more. ADA. Not much there. Vertcoin I showed earlier. It had a quick move from 150 to 250, which is a pretty big percent move. Ethereum, 383. Taking a while to dig out of here, but that chart markings might still be okay.
Can you look up ELA?
ELA?
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah, I think it's only available on Hobie, so you might not be able to view that.
I got Paula next. No, that's Bala. Yeah, I don't have it. Qcoin. Here's RDD BTC. Back out to a 4 hour. Not much going on there yet.
A lot of these charts look the same right now, guys, until BTC leads the charge and maybe a LTC or a NEO. I think you're just going to have a couple of these smaller coins showing some life on some news. And we really need BTC to get going, the index in this space, to really move the markets.
Same type of chart, SYS, USD. Anthony Van asked about. Again, same chart, not much to say. TRST was one of those that really cranked up into early January. Back to new lows. 90% off the highs. $1.40 down to 14. Boy.
Guess I'll answer some questions here. Somebody asked, will the exchanges support the Ubic airdrop? Actually, no, it will not. So you have to go on Ubic's website and either get their Pyrus wallet or their Fusion wallet. Within there, on their Twitter, I also tweeted it out, there is a step-by-step guide for both of those wallets on how to get that airdrop. Essentially, the reason they're doing it this way is they kind of want people to learn the smart contract functionality on their platform. It's super easy, but if there was no airdrop, just like you, I probably wouldn't have played with the smart contracts on there. It was kind of cool to actually utilize a smart contract that is going to end up giving me coins once the airdrop happens. So if you want to participate in that, you have to do it through either one of their 2 desktop wallets. And then, like I said, on their website, they have step-by-step instructions. It takes about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. That's it. And you're all set to go. And once the snapshot occurs, you can move those coins if you like. But like I said, they are doing 3 more airdrops throughout the course of this year, so it might just behoove you to leave the Ubic on there and maybe add some more to the bag throughout the year with some dollar cost averaging. What else we got over here? Somebody said the Weiss ratings are worthless. Yeah, I mean, there's 2,000 cryptos, and they're saying those are the worst 12. I mean, Electronium has at least a solid market cap, and they're working on a project. There's plenty of them like Trump Coin and Boob Coin and Tick Coin and Fart Coin. Like, how are those not on the list? I don't understand. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I figured people would have some comments about it. I thought it was interesting. What else we got going on?
I was trying to bring up that Bitstamp. I got a Bitcoin Euro on Bitstamp. Okay, here's maybe...
Mark D says BND seems to be replacing BTC as the leader. I would have to disagree with that. Bitcoin still holds 45% dominance of the market and is still the index, as so many of these ETFs and OTCs all sell Bitcoin. BNB has been doing pretty solid through this bear market only because they kept releasing news that they were going to create their own blockchain, create a decentralized exchange, and have some other products where BNB is going to be the only coin that can interact with any of those products, therefore giving it a very good value proposition.
NEO or ONT?
NEO or ONT, which one to buy right now? I think ONT still has a lot to prove, guys, and people are like, hey, it might go to $10. And I guess it could if the market cap got higher, but right now, ONT at $2.50 already has a $700 million market cap, guys. So that'd be a 4x from here to get to $10, which is possible. But in this bear market with a brand new coin, I don't know. I think if the bull run happens, ONT has a very good shot to get to those price levels. But under current circumstances, I don't see that. I think NEO is still the daddy. Obviously, ONT was a free airdrop to NEO, but NEO is one you have to hold. It's a protocol token that generates you gas as a dividend, has more and more projects building on top of it, and now it has a sidechain scalable solution within the Trinity network credit. So I think NEO is going to have no problem scaling here in the future.
There's BNB USDT setting at 1258. That coin's been strong. We've talked about that. Still looking pretty good.
Joseph says, getting annoying watching the synchronized swimmers charts. I guess because all the charts look the same. And he goes, yes, I'm naked.
What up, Colin? Benjamin Smith, John West, Resin. All the usual names. Cool.
Joel Bosch says, Nick, I'll reach out so we can speak about IOC or maybe ICO. I'm not sure, but feel free to DM me on my Twitter. Just follow us over there and you'll be up to date on any content we have. Shout out to the 100 people watching right now. That is awesome that we're starting to get some more people back over here. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, guys. As always, after this poll is over, I'm going to put another poll up and let you guys decide which review we are doing. Also, if you guys have not watched it yet, I uploaded a video. The quality's kind of poopy because we had to do it from an old iPad, and apparently Todd's iPad won't let us upload in HD. But we did upload the demonstration of the Digibyte wallet, the Digibyte mobile wallet that is still in beta phase for iOS. So, I mean, the transaction happened really quick, guys. It's synced to the blockchain really quick. So that was really cool to have an opportunity to integrate into that. And shout out to Josiah Spackman, the Digibyte ambassador, that asked if we wanted to do that video. I really appreciate it, man. What else we got going on?
Not much. I'm looking at a few other charts here, but that's really about all I got for charts. Thanks, Crypto Hunter.
Yeah, we kind of knew this was going to be a short one, not really doing any reviews, and we got on here late. But if you guys got any charts that you want to see, go ahead and send them out there. If you have any fundamental questions about any of the coins with any of the news that is going on, feel free to ask that as well.
Shout out to Nick for 5,000 coins.
There we go. Yeah, no watch the video.
Right. Real money's in leverage trading if you can get a VPN.
Shado wants to look at Icon, ICX.
ICX?
Yep. Steve Davis says, hey, Nick, saw the DigiBuy demo. That app looks exactly like the Bread wallet. Yeah, I think they were, a lot of those, like even, what's the one that, Abra or whatever that just came out? It has the same GUI as well. Really, Abra is a place, the same wallet, just a bunch of different coins, like a Jax wallet, like a universal wallet. And DigiBuy is really trying to have their own wallet as they're trying to push to be a top currency for peer-to-peer and merchant transactions. So obviously they don't want to have other currencies on there. They wanted to create this wallet and then merchants pick up the wallet so you can go up, scan the QR, buy your bananas, and call it a day. That's kind of what they're shooting for.
I'm not sure what setup we need changed. I think our setup's pretty good at the moment myself. Our intro, outro, everything we're pretty well happy with. So we'll add things, but I don't think there's anything we need changed. Here's ICX, had that quick run on volume and then just continuing to test the previous low. So not much there. See if I type in Bitstamp it. I'm not getting, for some reason I'm not getting it, guys, so on the longer term chart for Bitstamp. Nick, how do you feel about EOS?
Shout out to Miss Beauty Chef just subscribing. That's awesome. How do I feel about EOS? I think I've been telling you guys to buy EOS since it was like $3 or something like that, before even the big upward cycle. Now we're coming back down into these ranges. A lot of people were footing on EOS saying they don't have a project. I always believed in the founder that it was going to happen. And now you have exchanges saying that they're going to support the switch of token, which is a good sign because that means the exchanges did their due diligence on EOS. So I like EOS. I think you should probably have some. I'm really bullish, like I said, on protocol tokens and privacy coins. So all the top protocols and privacy coins, I am at least going to have a little bit of those, a little bit of exposure to that.
The Bitcoin USD Bitstamp I can bring up, but it wasn't bringing any. Let me see if it's doing it now, because when I went to 1 month, it takes it back to, I guess it takes it back to 8/1/2011.
Shout out to the Beeve for subscribing.
So that's, again, back to 8/1/2011, monthly Bitcoin USD. And I think that was a previous buy we had on Bitcoin back at 3,000, still showing up on that chart.
Anthony says, respectively disagree. I wouldn't buy EOS if I found money. Hey, there you go, Anthony. I know, but you don't have any more money because you got all OMG. I know you're loving that OMG, Anthony.
I mean, Verge is still kind of holding in there, so I think maybe on Verge you could maybe trail a stop here to see if you can get some more out of that coin here in the next 11, 12 days. It's held up relatively well, so.
Yeah, there's just a lot of people talking negative about it. So I think the best way is you try to hold on and get one more pump going into the announcement. But like Todd said, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have a trailing stop to at least
if you're worried about it.
Yeah, to at least capture some profits, especially if you've been holding it for a while. I know some of our private client group members have had it for a while, so they're still in massive profits on it. So we're trying to make sure they don't lose all those.
I'm going to look at a few more notes here, and that's really all I've got.
Roger Mara says, how do you feel about Poly? Security tokens seem like they are the dark horses. I actually did a full fundamental review on Polymath. I thought it is a very interesting project, but it is going to rely heavily on regulations in order to really go mainstream. So we'll see how that happens. That's one of those where it's a good project. They're working on it well, but it just is going to take the right spark for mass adoption to occur with that kind of a platform. So we'll see what happens here in the future.
There we got Ryzen and Mark D, both blown up EOS. So there's back to the 4-hour EOS. And like I'd marked on that, I mean, that looks like a pretty good 1-2 off the low. So probably if you were really lacking ELOS, you probably could buy it here and trail a stop at the way too low at 511 or something. You want to get really aggressive, use a 537 stop. Just key off both of these lows if you wanted to. I'd probably key off this low if you're going to get aggressive here. So you're buying a 631 with a 539 stop. You might even be able to raise it up to 572 or something. So
Ryan,
if you want to get aggressive.
Ryan says, "Hey Hitman, how's your XRP?" I wouldn't really call it my XRP. I would call it the community's XRP. You guys made me buy it at 50 cents. You know, I don't want anything to do with XRP for real.
You'll be selling that at 50.5.
Yeah, exactly. Cryptonomics. I don't know how to say your name.
Cryptonomics.
What's your number one privacy coin? I like, out of the large caps, I really like Monero. I've kind of explained that in the past why I like Monero as a privacy coin. They are fully, truly private. There is no on-off switch or anything like that. Now, if you're going to say regulation is going to crack down on privacy coins, which one would I like then? I mean, honestly, guys, I know I did an interview on it, and I know I've talked about it, but Zen Cash really has my attention, guys. I can tell you right now, I'm trying to accumulate some to definitely get a secure node and possibly get a super node on Zen Cash.
Super node?
They have a 21. I'll just pull it up real quick. I don't like shilling my coins, guys, but I'm telling you right now, I own it. Max supply of 21 million, just like Bitcoin. So there's going to be a very good supply and demand curve on the project. Still has a super low market cap of $79 million. We got the highs in the bull market before they even announced 3 of their projects they currently have. We were looking at $62 for a high. They got, I would really recommend, I know I'm not on the channel anymore, but I'd really recommend watching my interview with Rob Viglione over on Crypto News. We kind of got an insight over there on a lot of their projects and what they had going on over there. Also, Charles Hoskinson partnered up with Zen Cash as well. So it's one of my favorite privacy coins. It's at not just a currency, but a currency that is working on a bunch of platforms and products that you need Zen Cash in order to interact with those. And that gives it tons of value propositions. You only need a couple of those products to really catch on for Zen Cash to continue to accumulate some value.
And how many for a node in a super mode, they're asking?
So the secure node, you need 42 Zen. So it's very affordable. The purpose of that, they actually just increased the payouts. So the payout for secure nodes is 10%, and you need 42 Zen per secure node. The payout for super nodes is 10% as well, and you need 500 Zen for a super node. Now you're like, well, why is the payout the exact same? Well, they're assuming that there's going to be less super nodes on the network, therefore there'll be less people splitting up that 10% block reward. Also, for the future of the project, they have a 10% block reward for the treasury. Therefore, they're never going to run out of funding and have to do something like Verge did and ask for donations in order to get a partnership announcement, which is ridiculous in my mind. So they're already forward thinking and saying, hey, we're going to need some money, so we're going to do the treasury as well. And then the remaining 70% goes to miners. So if you guys have at-home mining rigs, it is GPU mineable. And right now for NVIDIA, it is one of the most profitable coins for mining. So I think it is one to keep an eye out, guys. And I'm telling you this, even though I'm trying to buy some. So you guys are going to make the price go up on me, but I'm trying to get some.
Because they wanted to see that we showed the Zen chart, but why don't you let me, I mean, you had support on 20 at Zen before, at this triangle pattern, and then, that's caught a lot of the declines. And then down here, we've showed if you, I got everything screwed up here. Let's go back to a 15-minute then. We had mentioned this, I think, yesterday. This is a little, there's definitely some Wyckoff on here with the selling climax automatic rally, some trading range action. We had a spring, tested on lower volume, and then we had a sign of strength inside the trading range here. Again, we showed that here yesterday. Kind of came back to the creek. We kind of got a solid line here for the creek, but came back, tested it, and then today has shown some strength again. Even in the face of these coins not looking very well today, Zen is still showing some strength. So, on a 15-minute time frame, that chart looks extremely good. And if you just go out and look at, go back to the 4-hour, I mean, we got still a lot of work to do, but all these rallies got to start from somewhere. Cryptonomics says Nick's the man.
Appreciate it. It's hard to keep all the stats straight, Roger, but I try to do my best on try to retain some of the information on some of the coins that I think are good and some of the coins that I think you guys might be interested in getting involved with.
Considering you got a full-time job doing lots of other stuff, so I think you're doing all right.
Yeah, I do have a full-time job as well currently, so this is I do this for fun, guys.
It's a brain racker too.
Yeah, I just do this to have some fun, see with the community, try to expand this community, tweet with you guys, and really I want to succeed in cryptos, which I have found some success in cryptos, obviously. But I want to bring some people with me, and the people that I interact with, a lot of my friends even, they've seen me on the show and seen that I have cryptos in my wallet, this and that, and I can't even get them to invest. So I really don't have anybody to talk cryptos with, and you guys are kind of like my friends that I talk cryptos with. So that's why I do this, honestly.
Right. I hear you. Even when it's not fun, like the last few months.
Yeah, I mean, the first episode we did on Learn Crypto was when the bear market was starting. So the entire time I've been on here, we've been in a bear cycle. But it's still fun, guys.
Exactly.
And there's always things to learn. And this is really when the work begins, digging in on the fundamentals, dollar cost averaging, accumulating your favorite coins, and trying to make a couple good swing trades here and there. And that's all it's about. And as long as you have a plan and you guys are positioned for this next bull run, we're all going to succeed together. And we're all going to walk out of it with fat bags. That's what it's about.
Triple my bag. And guys, I think we're going to go because we got Cardinals home opener.
That is true.
Tonight party.
That is true.
And we're already late because we started the show at about 30 minutes late.
Yeah, so no doubt.
We're going to go for that. Go Cardinals.
Make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I know we're trying to get back in our groove here. The computers had to restart all this, but we're here to stay. This is what we're doing. Like I said, I think I'm going to have at least one interview this weekend. Hopefully 2 or 3 interviews this weekend. We'll see if Vertcoin and RDD are available as well. So we have more content coming to you guys, and that's all we're going to do.
Steve Davis asked about Substratum, so Steve, I'm sure we can talk about that one in there.
Yeah, let's talk about that one tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. It was good seeing you.
Ryzen.
Shout out to the usual suspects. Shout out to all the new
Ryan,
faces.
The Beeve.
And let's continue to grow this
all the
community.
Names. All right, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Later.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.